What's good, y'all? Marvel Rivals Season 2 is upon us, set to release on April 11th, and Marvel Rivals Dev Vision Volume 5 just gave us a glimpse into Season 2 and what to expect, and y'all, we are eating. So, with Season 2 8 days away, I'm going to share with you what I am most excited about and what is also absolutely going to infuriate me for the next couple of months. Spoiler alert, it has to do with Bucky. Again! To be honest with you, I don't know why he needs another team up. Like, I get it, it's cool, especially from a Cap perspective, because I play Cap a lot. So teaming up with Bucky is a dope concept, and I know a lot of people have been asking for it. But the last thing I need again. All right, now before we get into what I'm looking forward to the most in Season 2, I want to say huge shout out to the Marvel Rivals dev team for actually listening to fan feedback. Not like a Disney or Star Wars that continues to perpetuate and then get mad when fans react in a negative way, even though we've been telling you what we want for years, and the information is free. No, in this case, Marvel Rivals is actually listening to fan feedback, and they specifically say so in the Dev Vision Volume 5. If you haven't seen it already, I really encourage you to see it to get the full scope of what to expect in Season 2. Again, I'll just be sharing what I think is the biggest takeaways and honestly, selfishly, what relates to me and what I care about in the game the most. So, devs, thank you. Thank you so much for listening and using your data and using the feedback that we are giving to you for free. All right, first up, new characters. So we have Emma Frost as a Vanguard. She's just not a character that really stands out to me within the Marvel Universe lore, right? I mostly care about characters that I've watched or paid attention to because those are the ones that are relevant to me. So there are some characters that stick out in Marvel Rivals right now that I could care less about, and Emma Frost was definitely one of those folks that I didn't really care about. What I am excited about is that she is a Vanguard. We need more Vanguards. I find myself playing as a solo tank way too often. And any incentive to get more folks to play Vanguards by adding more Vanguards, primarily, I'm all for it. So if you want to play tank and you decide to play Emma Frost because she's available now, I appreciate it. I really don't care. I'm a Thor main. I could care less. Also, another female Vanguard. Penny was the only one before, and now we have a second one. So bonus bone. And even though Emma Frost is going to be the only Vanguard, or the only player in general, come April 11th, we also did get a sneak peek into who is coming halfway through the season. And it is someone that we have been speculating on and thinking about and dreaming about for a few months now. Ultron. Now, personally, I hope Ultron is also a Vanguard. It would make sense, but I know that a lot of the speculation is that he would be a strategist and he would do things with his little Ultron minion robots to help in strategic ways, as a strategist would do. So yet to be seen, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it would do too is it would make the strategist a little bit more badass. I mean, there's just not that strategists aren't badass right now, but I feel like there's a, especially with like someone like Jeff the Shark. Shout out Jeff. Jeff is who I love to main as a healer. But you know, I feel like strategists aren't taken as seriously in terms of like lethalness and like overall like look and aesthetic, but with Ultron potentially becoming a strategist or being a strategist already and being added to the roster for strategists, I think it's really going to shake up how many people also want to be strategists. What we need to do is we need to take away folks from the DPS range, okay? We need to start diverting people into more Vanguard positions and strategist positions. So I'm all for it. We have Emma Frost as a Vanguard and we have Ultron as a potential strategist. I am all fucking for it. One thing that did stand out to me, though, in the Dev Vision was that there was no mention of Blade. So it doesn't sound like he's going to be in Season 2, even though he was teased in Season 1. But it only looks like we're getting Emma Frost and Ultron. However, in the last season, we did get two heroes up front in Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, and then we got Human Torch in the Thing. So there is still potential for Blade to be shoved in there, as we already know what he looks like, right? So he's probably close to being done at the very least, especially if they teased him so heavily in the first season. So more to come. Y'all, I cannot tell you how excited I am for not only the new structure to a season being 2 months as opposed to 3, but also instead of getting a new character every month and a half, we are getting a new character every month. And let me tell you, if anyone can pull it off, it's Marvel. You know why? Because they're not making characters from scratch. Yeah, they're making it from scratch in terms of like how they fit into the game overall. But the fact is, Marvel has the catalog to do this for years. They don't have to make new characters. They have characters upon characters upon characters upon characters. They have an entire X-Men catalog that they can pull from that they haven't fully dived into yet. So I'm just excited for like in a year from now when we have 12 more characters on top of Emma Frost and Ultron that we're getting soon, and then 2 years from now essentially doubling the roster. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's also fan service, and I can appreciate that. I can really appreciate that. Next thing is the rank system. So one, it's being reset. They did listen to us in the middle of the season when they were going to reset it, and they ultimately didn't reset it because I'm still trying to get into Grandmaster before the season is over. So I have about a week left, so I'm going to be grinding for the next week on the live stream. Check it out to try and at least get the Grandmaster, because come the new season, we are being reset by 9 ranks total. So for example, if you're a Diamond 1, you're going to go to Silver 1 and so on and so forth. So I'm not too excited about that, but what it does is it gives you a fresh sort of palette to then jump up and climb, and then I think it continues to make things competitive because everyone's getting reset. So like you'll have to grind again. It's a fresh approach. I can really appreciate it. One thing that I'm also excited about is the new way that you are going to be gaining points. As you know, in order to rank up or to rank down, you are either getting an increase in points from a win or you're getting a decrease in points from a L. It's going to decrease the effect it has in ranking you down. So you will lose less points if you had a pretty solid individual performance, but your team still lost. If you were the MVP, you're probably going to get a less decrease in points. It didn't necessarily say how the math is going to work on that, but personally, I think if you're the MVP or the S MVP on the losing team, you shouldn't lose any points at all. That's my personal preference. They haven't implemented that. They're not listening to me specifically, but they did listen to folks in general. So if you lose, depending on your individual stats, you may not lose as many points and hopefully not rank down, and hopefully not just be on a series of ranking down. We've all been there where we lose 17, 18 out of 20 and we rank down significantly. No, just me? Okay. There are also some notable buffs in season 2. The one that stood out to me the most was for Mr. Fantastic. Now, Mr. Fantastic is a DPS that I play often, or at least I did when he first came out. He kind of fell off just because I mostly play tank. I mostly play Thor. But Mr. Fantastic is super fun to play with. And I feel like he hasn't been getting the love that he should be getting. And I think that's maybe because Invisible Woman, like her design and the Thing, his design, they're just so superior. Like Human Torch is super fun, but I think in terms of the Fantastic Four, the Thing and Invisible Woman are top tier. Like their skill sets, I see the Thing all the time now. I also see Invisible Woman in damn near every competitive gameplay. She's just super, super, super effective. So I feel like Mr. Fantastic and the Human Torch haven't really gotten that much love. But I think with this buff, there are going to be a lot more people gravitating towards Mr. Fantastic. He's incredibly fun to play with, and if you know how to play him correctly as an off tank, then you are going to be super effective when it comes to competitive play and even quick play, whatever the you like to do. Either way, Mr. Fantastic getting a buff. I'm super excited to see how this impacts his play going forward. Another notable buff is for Captain America. Now, this isn't necessarily like a real buff. It's more of a buff because of a team up. Captain America is now the anchor of a team up with Bucky, which both excites me and scares the out of me. It excites me because I am also a Lord Captain America, because Captain America is the first character I fell in love with because I love to go in and then run out in the blink of an eye. But now he gets to team up with Bucky, and Bucky is what, top 3 DPS chosen in damn near every single match. So the fact that you can actually team up with Bucky now is insane. And I think it's fun for Captain America, but I think what it's going to do is make it more fun to play Bucky for all of you Bucky mains, and it's also going to scare the shit out of me, because every time I play against a Bucky, I'm now going to be scared that you are going to leap, because that's part of the team up, is that Bucky gets like this leap into action. He already has, you know, his blast from his, I don't know what the fucking names are, but he has his blast from the arm. He also has the ability to pull in a character as well. He also has the uppercut, and now he can leap into action too. So if you are playing against a Bucky, But as a Captain America, they also have a really dope team up. It's like a clash. That's all I saw in terms of like what it's called. It's a clash, and essentially Cap pushes his shield forward, and Bucky takes his metal arm and punches the shield, and it causes this like sort of percussion that blasts characters within a nearby radius. It looks super dope, and it's super accurate too in terms of like Captain America lore and how he uses his shield. Even in the movies, when him and Thor, like his shield, the vibranium shield, smashes against Mjolnir, and then there's like this huge concussive blast that happens. So it's super lore accurate in how Cap uses his shield a lot, and it's finally cool too to see Bucky and Cap, who are best friends, get a team up. So that is what I'm most excited about for season 2. Let me know what you're excited about in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. And y'all, we have 1 week left in season 1. 1 week left. So if you are stuck in a rank like myself, I have been stuck in Diamond for the past month. You have 1 week left to break past that plateau. I have 1 week left to get out of Diamond. Wish me luck.